Hi everybody, my name is Flavia Consiero and I'm in the first year of my Bachelor of Food and Nutrition at La Trobe Uni. I'm Melbourne based but I'm originally Swiss. I'm going to talk about HIV and AIDS in relation to gender issues and gender equality. There is still a long road ahead to gender equality and some countries are further ahead than others. Let's start with what I will cover in my presentation. Firstly, it's important to understand HIV and AIDS. Then we look at what gender means and discuss the different aspects of women and men's vulnerability in regards to HIV and AIDS. At last, we talk about what needs to be done to achieve better gender equality. HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. AIDS stands for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. HIV is a retrovirus that can lead to AIDS if not treated by attacking the body's immune system. HIV was first discovered in 1981, and although no cure exists, with proper medical care, infected people can live a normal life with similar life expectancy. AIDS is the last stage of HIV infection and occurs when the immune system is badly damaged and is vulnerable to opportunistic infections. What is gender? Gender is a social construct and refers to characteristics of women and men. These characteristics are learned and can be different from society to society and can be changed. It is distinct from sex, which is a biologically determined set of characteristics for men and women. It is also distinct from sexuality, which is the social construction of biological drive that is defined by how, why, and with whom someone has sex. Gender roles indicate how factors differ between men and women. These factors can be masculinity and femininity, roles, status, norms and values, responsibilities and expectation, sexuality, and so on. And again, it can vary from culture to culture, region to region, but it is almost always present. Examples for women's vulnerability to HIV infection are the inability to protect themselves. Often women in developing countries have limited knowledge about HIV risks. Also, often they have limited access to health services and health information. And I found it quite interesting that women engage in alternative sexual behaviors such as anal sex in order to keep their virginity. Furthermore, women are often financially dependent and may stay in an abusive relationship. Let's have a look at the men's vulnerabilities. They also have limited knowledge about HIV risk. It's often assumed that men are knowledgeable and experienced when it comes to sexual issues. Masculinity norms can also pressure men to have multiple sex partners. In some countries, polygamy is still culturally accepted. And not to forget the impact of homophobia and stigma towards men having sex with men. So what can we do to reduce gender issues and inequality? We need to empower women by giving them better access to education that includes sex education. Educating men is also very important. Access to health services, reduce stigma towards people with HIV and AIDS, especially also reducing stigma against men having sex with men, eliminate financial disparity and gender violence, and provide free legal services for vulnerable groups. I'll conclude my presentation with two strong statements. Gender equality is a human fight, not a female fight, and HIV and AIDS is a global fight, not a local fight. Thank you for listening.